Hey guys, and welcome back to the WordPress ICU. My name is John, and today we're going to dive in and learn how we can edit and save new configurations within your new WordPress installation. First of all, assuming that you're already logged into your dashboard, let's go ahead and scroll down here to the Settings tab. Okay, and when you hover over your Settings tab in the dashboard, you'll notice how we have a few selections to choose from, such as General, Writing, Reading, Discussion, Media, Privacy, and Permalinks, which are all important to be able to note, and we will walk through each one at a time together. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on General, and the very first thing that we're going to see at the top is the site title. Okay, now the site title is what you see right here, and even up here in your tab. Okay, so that's what people see, and that's what you want to call your website. So if we wanted to change this, we could call it WordPress ICU training site. Okay, just like so. And the tagline, you can see a tagline right here, just beneath your title, and it says just another WordPress site. So we'll go WordPress training, just like that. Okay. Alrighty, now this comes in useful if you change the location of your WordPress install, but for now we're not even going to worry about that. And if you wanted to force, if your WordPress site was actually installed in a root domain, you could force a www redirect or not using that field. Okay, moving forward, you can see the email address field. Right here is where you can edit the actual admin email for the entire website. So you'll be emailed if you get new comments on posts or pages or media and so forth that need to be moderated. So we'll leave this the same because this is my email for WordPress ICU. Right here where it says membership, if you select this, this will actually allow people to register their own account to your website for free. Okay, and so if you do allow this, I encourage you to leave this selection right here as a subscriber. This means that they won't be able to add new posts or content to your site without your permission. Okay, so we'll go ahead and leave that marked, and we'll cover the registration process later. The time zone, usually the server is set to its default, but we'll choose -7 since we're in Mountain Time here. And then you can change your date format, which I'll leave for this right here as well. And the date format will show on different posts and pages that you create within your WordPress installation. You can also change your time format and what day the week starts on, which I honestly like it to be set on Sunday. So, with that being said, for the first page on the General tab under Settings in your WordPress dashboard, let's go ahead and click on Save Changes. Now, if we head back over to our actual site itself, you'll notice how the title and the tagline are getting ready to change once we refresh it. And there you go, WordPress ICU training website, and WordPress training as the slogan. Okay, so we're going to head back onto our dashboard and go down to Writing. Okay, and let's refresh that. There we go. Okay, size of post box, how many lines per post. Really don't need to worry about that. If you have a category created and you want to set a custom category that a post is published to by default, you can change it here, and we haven't created categories yet, so we'll come back and look at this later. Default post format, okay, you can change that here as well. You can also, just like your post categories, you can tell the WordPress installation where to put links by default as far as categories, which we haven't created any link categories as of yet, but we will here down the road. Mail server, if you want to use SMTP for a mail server, you can set all your information here. We're not going to worry about it with our test site, but we will cover that later. Remote publishing is you would want to enable this if you're accepting content from an external source. So an example would be like a link building network. If you're allowing them to publish content to your site, you would enable these so they can remotely post articles to your website at any given time. Okay, and you can set your ping addresses here as well, which will get involved in the pinging later and what that does for you and how it helps. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit Save Changes, and we'll move on down to Reading. Okay, reading is pretty important. On the home page, you can select what you want to be presented to your users when they first visit your website. You can either have your home page populated with your latest posts that you create, or you can set it as a static page. okay, which we'll cover more in detail this later once we start learning how to create posts and how to create pages, okay. Moving down, this allows you to say how many posts are showing up one time on the home page and how many syndicated feeds. And once again, we'll get more into that when we start learning how to create posts and pages and different RSS syndicated feeds within your WordPress installation. Okay, when you create an article, depending on how many words it is, for example, if you created an article that has 1,000 words, you can detail here if you want that full article to show on your homepage or just the summary. If you select the full text, that means that your whole 1,000 word article is going to appear on your home page, and that might push all your information down into a huge long page, which might take time to load. So if you're creating articles that have a lot of words, you might be interested in selecting summary, which means it'll show, let's say, the first 300 words, and then it will present a read more button that a user can click on to read the full article. Okay? Alright, let's go ahead and click on Save Changes there and head on down to discussion. Okay, now when you create a WordPress website, whether it be a standalone blog or an actual website to sell products or whatnot, you'll notice that people are trying to comment on articles, trying to put their links on your website for SEO. This page allows you to be notified whenever that happens, making sure that people aren't posting things like Viagra links or whatnot. Okay, so you might want to go through this, make sure that you're being notified whenever somebody publishes content in a comment box via your post pages or different kind of medias. Scrolling down to the media tab, you can select the default thumbnail sizes for when you add images. It's pretty nice. You can select auto embeds for videos whenever possible. When it comes to putting YouTube videos or such into your WordPress website, we'll cover how you can do that using a certain plugin that makes it super simple, and it's actually a plugin that we're using for our site right here. Okay, and if you want to change the uploads directory on your website, you can change that here. So, for example, if we wanted to change it, we would say new.wordpressicu.com/different upload folder or so. This, can secure your website a bit better, so it might be worth looking at. So we'll go ahead and move on down to privacy, and what we're just looking at here is that do you want to allow Google, Yahoo, and Bing and any other search engine to crawl your website? If so, just allow the search engines to do their thing, and if not, go ahead and change your option right here and click on Save Changes. Okay? And the last but not least under your configuration is going to be your permalinks. Okay, now this is something that's really important if you are wanting the search engines to recognize your content. Okay, now what I normally do is for my WordPress installations on any website that I have, I use the post name permalink, which is right here. And what that means is if we head over to the WordPress ICU and we go to one of our videos, you'll see right up here in the link box, it spells out the entire website page. Okay, so it says I'm installing WordPress using HostGator, and I'm hoping that the search engines would pick that up, in their feed. So if you're really focused on good optimized search engine work, you might want to choose the post name permalink. Okay, but you do have all these other selections. Once you choose which one you want to use, we'll just go ahead and hit Save Changes, and that's it. So that basically covers your setting pages. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you in a timely manner. Thanks again for watching, and I'll look forward to visiting with you and teaching you more in our next video.